Hello, I'm Harriet and welcome to The Sportsman. Today I'm going to be talking about the FA Cup, our draw against Tottenham in the Champions League, the Euro 2020 qualifiers and of course Harriet's hunch of the week. What a game! City winning 3-2 against Swansea. I mean, talk about a comeback. That's the first time we've come back from 2-0 down to win the game under Pep's reign. It's our 11th win on the bounce, and what a win it was. In the first half, Swansea dominated. The first goal was a penalty from Grimes, and then that second goal from Selena. Wow, what a goal. He really did need to prove himself after one of the most shocking penalties I've ever seen. If you haven't seen it, then make sure you check it out on the Sportsman's Instagram. Our first goal was in the second half, the 69th minute from Bernardo, a gorgeous left footer. The next one was a penalty by Aguero, but it was an own goal, bounced off the post, keeper's back and into the back of the net to make it 2-2. And finally, Aguero's 28th goal of the season with that header to make it 3-2, sending us straight through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. But of course, that goal did cause some controversy with the use of VAR. Now, personally, I think VAR should be used across the whole competition. If some games are using it, then all games should have used it in the FA Cup. Of course, the argument was that Swansea could have used VAR technology. They do have a Premier League stadium, even though they are in the Championship now. They could have used it, but they didn't. Now, some controversy. Adrian from TalkSport has come out to say he reckons Man City should go to Swansea and say, "Would you like a replay?" Adrian, are you joking? I mean, we've got the quad to look forward to. We've got so many games on. Think of the amount of controversial decisions that have been made without VAR. Some people just think that's the look of the game. What do you think? I mean, maybe England wouldn't have won the World Cup in 1966 if we'd have had VAR. That was a controversy. It's just football. Now, another thing that has been said this week amongst many things on Twitter, but I did see David Moyes say on the telly, this is nearly as bad as Brexit, the debate about VAR. David, I'm not sure it's quite as bad as Brexit. I mean, the future of our country compared to VAR technology is just a bit different, but to some people it is that huge. Now, I might be going a bit far with this one, but I've been getting a lot of stick off some of you by saying I only know one player, I only know Sergio Aguero. Well, I can't help going on about the City legend that is Sergio. Now, I'm putting myself out on a limb there, but after watching David Beckham's video on the Late Late Show with his statue, which by the way is hilarious, check it out if you've not seen it. My favourite bit is when he says, "I think you've done me a favour there," because the statue is literally that bad. It's so funny and David Beckham is fuming. I think Sergio should have his own statue right here at the Etihad. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So that means we now face Brighton in the FA Cup semi-finals. We have faced them twice before in the FA Cup, but it's not been for ages. We did face them back in September in the Premier League. We won 2-0 with Sterling and, of course, Aguero scoring. Yes, Aguero again. And I'm feeling like we're going to get a win this time. Even though we had a little bit of a hiccup, we are still favourites to win the FA Cup at 4-11. Next are Wolves at 4-1. Then it's Watford at 9-1 and Brighton at 18-1 if you fancy a shot at any of those. Moving on to the Champions League, we have been drawn against Tottenham. I don't know how I feel about that. What is it with us getting drawn against English clubs? Let's hope that we stay in this time and we make it to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Now, we have Tottenham 3 times in 12 days, which is loads, but we have won the last 3 games against them, so I am feeling positive about this one. And it's also in Tottenham's brand new stadium. I don't know if you've seen it, but it is looking amazing. So who knows, they might be buzzing to get in there, or it could be an advantage because they might not be used to it. Who knows? Well, if you think City are going to win the Champions League, odds on us to win are 2-1. Then it's Barcelona and Juventus at 3-1 and Liverpool at 4-1. Have a shot at one of those if you're feeling like you know the winner already. Of course, it is the international break. Man City are not playing a game this week, but England certainly are. They face the Czech Republic on Friday. Sterling and Walker are in the England squad. Stones and Delph have had to withdraw because of injuries. I'm going down to Wembley. You will be able to check it out on the Sportsman Story. Now, I am going for an England win. I think it's going to be 2-0. That's my correct score prediction. If you're going for that, odds on that are 4-1. For England to win, it's 1-5, so there's not much point in doing that. But I think Sterling is going to score first, and if you think that too, odds on that are 4-1 as well. With that in mind, Harriet's Hunch of the Week is all about England against Czech Republic. I'm going for a scorecast, Sterling to score first, and a correct 2-0 prediction. With a £10 bet, you could get a return of £190. I'll be there, I'll be at Wembley, so make sure you check out the Sportsman Story on Friday. If you've enjoyed yourself, please do subscribe to our channel, ding dong that notification bell. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you again very soon.